Okay, I'm going to talk about the Convoy movie soundtrack. I have the original album, the full size, uh, with the red cover and tire marks. Why are the tire marks? It just doesn't look right. The Convoy word image, gets taken from the poster, but I think they should have used the movie poster. If it's a movie soundtrack, they should have used the movie poster as the front of this instead of red and a tire mark. It does not look right. Sorry. The list of the legendary country singers: Glenn Campbell, Crystal Gale, Merle Haggard, Anne Murray, Kenny Rogers, Gene Watson. There's a couple. Honestly, I've never heard. Honestly, I'm sorry, I've never heard of Billy Crash Craddock, Billy Joe Spears, Doc Watson, Gene Watson. I just name a few of them, but honestly, I've never heard of them. The legendary Glenn Campbell, Crystal Gale, Merle Haggard. I think I've heard of Anne Murray. Yeah, of course, Kenny Rogers. But the mixture, I want to know who put this mixture together. I'm not about to say Bill Fries, C.W. McCall, or Chip Davis, the composer. I want to know who put this list of um, legendary country singers together. He just collected them. It was a collection of music. It wasn't really, I don't think, meant for this movie. It was just uh, music gathered together for a movie, but specifically not for the movie. It's country music of the time period. Now on the back, you have the list of from side one. Of course, now the new version of Convoy compared to the original 1976 release. This 1978, yes, he was told or asked to rewrite the song to match the movie's story, which is based is mostly of New Mexico because it's cheap to film in that state. Um, Now in the how the song the re-recording for the movie version of Convoy, it's split up throughout the movie. It starts with Arizona, noon. There's New Mexico, and ends with the finale version. And there's also the middle part, which we all call Texas Dawn, where all the trucks trash uh, Alvarez's town, and where Texas Dawn is not a part of the soundtrack. There's other movies soundtracks that have a similar situation. I'm gonna add on a little trivia. I did not know the difference when I first heard the original 1976 Convoy and the 1978 movie version. What separated the difference for me was the bridge part. Because really, as Rubber Duck crossed that final bridge. But when you first heard it, when you very first time you hear both songs, they sound similar because it's C.W. McCall, of course. It's just rewritten for the movie, and there's the original song, which goes across the entire United States. I have to add on one more thing about how I slammed this soundtrack, really attacked it years and years ago, even before Facebook and a lot of the social media today, the internet. Um, I had said it was a very horrible soundtrack because of the collection of country music and nothing against the legendary singers put in the soundtrack. It was the songs collected, most of them. It is like listening to a radio, a portable radio, sitting on a windowsill. It is not a part of the movie. It really doesn't. Only the C.W. McCall, the version, the rewritten version. Yes, it was written to match the whole movie. Truly the only other song you hear stand out is Merle Haggard's "Okie from Muskogee," legendary song, and it's heard while Lyle and Tiny are playing cards in the sheriff's office. The only other song that you really hear is Crystal Gale's Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue." You hear it during where the trucks are pulled over at the state fairgrounds. and they're showering, and it's Chris Robertson and Ally McGraw. They're really getting close, and you hear that very lightly in the background. Um, there is other music. I'm not really sure which one it is. That while the truckers are over an overnight viewpoint with all the lights on the highway, I'm not really sure. It's a nice song, but I'm not sure which one from the soundtrack gets chosen. One other song is chosen from C.W. McCall's albums. There's one song called "Silver Crowd Breakdown." It is used in the diner fight where where Mike and Pigpen and Rubber Duck are in a big fight with the state troopers, and it is in uh, the C.W. McCall album Rubber Duck. Silver Crowd Breakdown. It is not listed in this soundtrack, just like uh, Texas Dawn. Again, going back to the way I used to attack this soundtrack, that the music doesn't match for the movie itself. It doesn't go along where a lot of songs are specifically designed, specifically written to match the movie's story. Only the Convoy movie version, and he had to rewrite it. Many people, and I mean many, I've been a big argument over the years. How dare you slam the movie soundtrack? I am not talking about C.W. McCall's movie version, and I actually love the movie version, even compared to the original. Sorry, Bill, I love the movie version compared to the original. It's an argument of which is better, and most say the original is better. I think the movie version is more rock. It seems like rock and roll version compared to it's to play with the movie's action. Yes, honestly, I think the movie soundtrack it has a failure with how the movie performed in the box office in 1978. Besides, the movie did not have a chance with the likes of Heaven Can Wait, Superman, and Grease. It didn't stand a chance. Now, with the year before, Smokey the Bandit, Burt Reynolds, Jerry Reed. Jerry Reed, a major country singer at the time, his music, he overall did all the music. So why wasn't C.W. McCall with Chip Davis composing and Bill Fries writing the lyrics? I think the music would have really helped the movie. The movie is still legendary to this day, or I wouldn't be talking about it this much, love this much. Everybody we'd have all these pages and websites. But I think they needed a lot more of C.W. McCall's music compared to how Jerry Reed's music really helped in Smoking the Bandit. Besides, they had major actors, and I'm going to be discussing the film and in a later video. But I really had to discuss the soundtrack. It's a disappointment, and again, nothing against the legendary country singers here. It just doesn't match the movie. Ironically, like I said, I don't like the front cover with the red and the tire tracks. The back of it seems like more like the movie poster. At the bottom, you see in like a dusk or late, very early dawn or at dusk. There's a lineup of trucks. They look as a convoy. It really works. It seems like it's towards dawn or dusk, but it seems like a vagueness of a movie poster where it looks better than the front. You know, I'm looking at the back of the album here, and at the bottom, honestly, ironically, right below the trucks is album coordinators. Never heard of them. Sorry. Uh, I really, if somebody want to find out who put this together, this list of country singers of the time period, why were they picked for put into this film when a lot of C.W. McCall's trucking-based music, his six albums, I think would have been far better. They would have fit far better. I'm going to add on to the comments when I place this on the Facebook page. If you people can match certain of these songs as performers to parts of the movie, Gene Watson, Cowboys Don't Get Lucky All the Time, Billy Crash Craddock, I Cheated on a Good Woman's Love, Glenn Campbell's Southern Nights, Billy Joe Spears' Blanket on the Ground, Doc Watson, Keep It on the Sunny Side, Anne Marie, Walk Right Back. Can you match these songs to scenes in the movie, please? because as much of us, including me, have watched this movie 1,000 times. I can't match, except for the Convoy, of course, the movie version, Merle Haggard's "Okay from Muskogee," and a couple more songs by Stephen McCall, Texas Dawn, and Silver Cloud Breakdown. Except for those that you can really hear stick out while watching the movie. Can you? Okay, please. Can everybody hear? Comment. Please comment. Please comment. Tell me how these songs match throughout the movie.